This is our grocery list. This is how much we've paid for the grocery list in Loblaws.
And this is how much we paid in No Frills.
And this is all the stuff we bought. Let's see how much we actually paid for it. Today we're going shopping to show you how much exactly doing groceries will cost you downtown Toronto.
And yes, we are in September 2022 and the inflation in Canada is at all times high.
So here's how we're gonna approach this video. First, we'll map out the general ecosystem of grocery chains in Canada, and we will identify two stores we will shop at. One is the cheapest and one of the most expensive ones.
Since we're nerds, we will then build a grocery list of essential foods for the two of us.
And then we will take you shopping, showing expensive and cheap grocery shopping experience.
And finally, we will compare the prices. We will try to keep the types of products we buy as uniform as possible for the purpose of this research.
Just like any major industry in Canada, the supermarket and grocery chains are largely oligopolized, which means that a small number of sellers hold the majority of the market. We've talked about main oligopolies in this video up, and we'll leave the link to it in the description box below. Loblaws, Sobeys and Safeway, and Metro. Each of these three grocery stores has a long list of subsidiaries. These are just some examples of how many grocery chains operate across Canada. Generally, Loblaws, Metro, and Sobeys are considered on the pricey side, so we decided to go to our nearest Loblaws store. No Frills, Freshco, and Food Basics are some of the cheapest grocery chains, apart from the small grocery mom-and-pop shops here and there. So we will stick to the same brand for the sake of comparison, and we'll go to No Frills, which is also owned by Loblaws. And no, this is not an ad for Loblaws.
Okay, so let's build a grocery list together. We don't eat a lot, and the list will be optimized for dietary restrictions. I pretty much eat everything, but Anastasia is predominantly pescatarian, and she doesn't eat meat. She is also lactose intolerant, so our shopping list takes that into account too. We like to keep a good nutritional balance in the food we buy. We also like to buy fresh and try to avoid canned and processed foods, although we do give in to pleasures every now and then.
We're in Loblaws, downtown Toronto. This is one of the largest grocery stores and also one of the most expensive ones.
So we have a list of products which are pretty essential, and we have a few extras because, you know, we all love some junk food. But let's start with all the fruits and vegetables.
Because the prices for tomatoes range from $1 all the way to $5. A lot of tomato types.
Okay, let's stick to tomatoes on the vine, and I'll just grab 3. This is crazy how many different types of cucumbers you get.
You get a long one, you get a short one, you get a thick one. Normally, we don't really shop in this store because it's pretty expensive. So please do leave a like because we're spending this money for you.
So usually we prefer not to get anything from the US. But in case with potatoes, it's not easy because everything is from the US. 3 or 4 regular sized potatoes. And this is the only type of onion that's from Canada, so I'm just gonna grab the medium sized one. Lettuce. There are different types of lettuce.
There is so much lettuce that we're having a really hard time choosing. We actually don't normally buy lettuce.
When we have Greek salad, for instance.
Yeah, we've got this. One thing you can certainly see in the store is that there's a lot of selection. Lots of apples, lots of tomatoes, lots of fruits.
I'm looking for local apples. You know what? Interesting observation. I walked all around this stand with apples and there is only one type of apples which is local.
Notice the amount of plastic bags that we're using when shopping. We will reuse those plastic bags for garbage bags. What kind of meat do you feel like today?
Well, the list says that we're looking for a chicken fillet and salmon fillet.
Chicken for Anna and salmon for me. You should not buy farmed salmon because it's filled with
whatever it's filled with.
So you want to look for something that's wild.
Right in front of me, fresh Atlantic salmon.
But it doesn't say wild.
But it's from Atlantic.
I feel like it's all farmed. So actually, they do have wild salmon, and it's exactly 2 times more expensive per kilogram than this one, which means that this is farmed.
Huh. Let's go
wings?
with chicken breast. I think this
Chicken
is
breast.
Yeah.
She likes her.
This is
chicken
more
breast.
universal. Always grab your meat from the back of the fridge. We don't eat red meat generally, but here are the prices for you.
What kind of meat do you like? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to get oat milk.
That's right. Oat milk, cheese, and lactose-free cheese. And we actually bought lactose-free milk as well, just because Anastasia is lactose-free. Okay, so this is one of culture shocks for me. In Canada, you have 3 different types of eggs. Regular eggs, free-run eggs, and free-range eggs. They claim that these eggs, free-run eggs, actually come from chickens that are allowed to run freely on the farm and supposed to be healthier. Oh, and make sure to check your eggs before you actually buy them. Aha! Told ya.
How do you feel about Havarti cheese?
Love it.
So this is gonna be for Anna. And I'd like something lactose-free.
This store is huge.
Are you a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi person?
I still don't know. If you know, let me know what's the difference.
I certainly prefer Pepsi.
Well, actually, we can buy Pepsi.
I don't want Pepsi.
You just said you prefer Pepsi.
Welcome to the kingdom of bread.
I like this one.
This one's my favorite.
Let's get this one. I'm gonna cheat and just add strawberries to our list.
Look at how many types of cheese there are. The stands and stands of cheese.
So for all of you wondering, 250 milliliters of maple syrup in Canada is around $12 or $13.
And now it's time for snacks. And our snack of choice is chips.
Crisps.
So these are Canadian chips, but we don't get them. What we prefer taking is Lay's, lightly salted, trying to find the healthiest option of the unhealthy options. These deals are very common in supermarkets. They're trying to make you buy more, and they make you think that you're paying less by buying more.
¿Qué pasa?
So we get lost a little bit. We cannot find rice or oatmeal. So it's been like a 3rd time we've been walking around.
Where is rice? Okay, so I think we're almost done. And we're done. Let's go and see how much we are going to pay for all of this. Four bags. This is definitely more than just for 1 week.
And what was the total bill?
You'll know it later in this video.
Okay, so 2 weeks has passed since we shopped at Loblaws. We definitely ran out of all the food that we bought.
Apart from the rice, we should ramp up on our rice consumption, but it's tough.
A lot of rice, but most of the food that we bought finished within 1 week, if not sooner.
Yeah, that's true.
So right now we're just doing some final checks for our grocery list for No Frills. So that's the store where we're gonna go. Anna's just taking notes of the brands that we bought in Loblaws so that we can try to buy the same exact brands when we're in No Frills. So Anna, do you think this list is good enough to survive on?
As we already mentioned, this is essential products. This is supposed to be the products that you can mix with each other and cook different meals, and you can make them last for at least a week.
So Anna, how did we build this list in the first place?
I just googled list of essential products and this came up.
So if you guys think that we've missed some essential important products here, please leave a comment below and we'll try to make maybe a much more complete list next time.
This list pretty much has each item from each category: fruits, vegetables, carbs and protein. And we added some junk food.
Just a little bit.
Because everybody eats junk food.
For the hard work we do shopping.
Oh yeah.
For you guys.
It's tough, it's tough. We spend like 2 hours shopping.
And here's to 2 more hours to go.
This is gonna be tricky. I had a cart in Loblaws. Thank you for your help, by the way. Excellent. This is exactly the same apples that we got there. I think we got 4 last time, right? In Loblaws we had strawberries from Ontario. Here all of the strawberries are from the US. They are greenish. Thank you. Feel guilty for using so many plastic bags. These don't look good. I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but is it me or all the fruits and veggies are smaller here? Potatoes, tomatoes, white onion.
Remember how much trouble we went through trying to find a lactose-free cheese? Everything is nearby.
Oh yeah, this shop is very compact.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than Loblaws, so that's good news.
Yeah. I'm looking for a favorite bread. So last time I took 3 grains. In Loblaws you had shots of us riding a cart. Here you have shots of my bag with 2 baskets. All of you beef lovers, half a kilo for $11. I don't remember seeing something like this in Loblaws. So expiration date is September 19th, which is in 2 days, and it's 30% off. Would you risk it? Let me know in the comments below. Your favorite, Anastasia, Atlantic salmon.
I really want to look at those expiration dates. 23rd. Hey Anna, can we take this?
No. If I'm not mistaken, somewhere here we can find sweets, Pepsi, oatmeal, cereal and rice. Ooh, I think I'm in the wrong section. I found rice!
How's your shopping experience so far?
I love it. This is super convenient.
And things feel a little bit more intuitive? Look at this. You got cereal here and dessert stuff here.
This is the one we have, right? Mm-hmm. Can I take a different flavor since they're all the same?
Sure.
And I'll actually save 17 cents.
Ooh. Honey crunch is good.
Cool.
If you like the taste of honey.
Sure.
The left one.
Let's look for eggs, Pepsi, milk and cheese. Hold fork.
Havarti.
This is why I always check my eggs. All clear. We're lucky, only 2 left in the fridge. My favorite pizza with stuffed crust.
One thing I also notice here is that here's a lot more packed and processed food.
Yes.
Like frozen,
This section is
pre-made,
huge.
pre-cooked.
It's like
lots
a quarter
stuff.
of the store is filled with these fridges with processed food. I like the philosophical design of this store.
Would you still pay more though if it meant better quality food?
Good question. Not just better quality food, but better shopping experience as well. for some Coke.
You know what? I like it more compact. There's less stuff, so you want to buy less stuff as well.
Exactly, and we're almost done. We just have only one item left, and then we're going to go to the checkout.
What's your bet? How much less are we gonna pay?
$20?
$20 is Anna's bet. I will bet $10.
We're officially done. Let's go to the checkout.
All right, round 2 is done. We've just shopped at No Frills, but we were good. We made it quick in just an hour. It took us 2 hours in Loblaws.
And I gotta say, self-checkout is slower than the real checkout with operator.
True,
Yeah.
because you get the operator who's doing that
And he knows everything.
like 8 hours a day over and over again. So they're like really quick, like what's your experience?
It was better than Loblaws because it was quicker, but the assortment of
distractions.
produce wasn't as good. Let's go home and take a look at the receipt.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's see what we have.
So we have 2 lists.
We've made our bets. I bet the difference of $20. No Frills would be cheaper in my assumption.
Okay, so let's get started. So I have the Loblaws receipt here on my hands, and the total price here is $109.97.
And now the drum roll. Today at No Frills, we paid $92.13.
Okay. So the difference is really in $17.
I was pretty close, wasn't I?
This is not as significant as I would think.
True, but once again we need to sit down and compare prices per weight.
So actually the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put all of these prices and items in our spreadsheet. Okay, so here's what we've done. We've transferred all the products and prices and price per kilogram into a spreadsheet. I was actually happy to realize that both stores actually sort products by category in the receipt already, so it made it a lot easier for us to sort out and transfer all this data onto the spreadsheet. And as we transferred the prices, we realized that we've made some mistakes, and there were definitely discrepancies between the weight that we've purchased in both stores. So what we did is we made sure that we included the real price and the price per kilogram into our calculations to be a lot more accurate. So in this table, we compare No Frills and Loblaws prices, and we've used color codes here to identify how significantly the price differs between the 2 stores.
So the first thing that struck us when we looked at this table is that the general grocery items markup is the biggest of all. This is pretty much all the packaged food like soda, cereal, snacks and all that. It's definitely more expensive in Loblaws. So if you buy cereal from Loblaws, you will pay 64% more. It's $5.49 compared to $3.33 in No Frills. Again, it's identical product, same brand.
So the next group of products that we've looked at was fruits and veggies. The biggest thing to highlight here is that apples are almost double the price in Loblaws. And then again, we made sure that we bought the same exact type of apples with the same producer. Don't buy apples in Loblaws.
Onions, potatoes, lettuce are significantly more expensive in Loblaws too. But keep in mind, with fruits and veggies, it's also important where the produce comes from. In Loblaws, we were able to get Canadian potatoes, but in No Frills, there were no Canadian potatoes, so we had to buy potatoes from the United States. Usually, we prefer not to buy anything from the United States because, for instance, strawberries are tasteless. I guess that's because they use lots of chemicals to accelerate the growing process, but they don't ripe as well. Milk is also more expensive in Loblaws, although plant-based milk price uptick is smaller than real milk. Chicken was also more expensive in Loblaws, although we do have questions to the quality of chicken in both stores. For example, the chicken from Loblaws had much more bones for some reason, and the chicken from No Frills didn't seem that fresh.
One thing that did surprise us was the cheese, just part of the dairy category. The cheese in both stores had the identical price. Salmon findings were surprising. The No Frills salmon was actually more expensive than the Loblaws one, and I have no explanation why. And I didn't really feel much difference in the taste of salmon or the freshness of it. And if you know why salmon is more expensive in No Frills, let me know in the comments below. And the last thing that we've realized looking at these receipts closer than ever is the tax that we paid on groceries. There are actually many grocery products in Canada that you don't pay sales tax on. The ones that you do pay sales tax on are mostly the imported and the packaged goods, things like M&M's, sweets, cereals, and soft drinks.
So now let's finally look at the prices that we get here. It's $124.66 in Loblaws versus $109.50 in No Frills. That is $15.17 difference in price, which is 20.4%.
Whew, that was a long video,
but very informative.
I hope so.
I hope you enjoyed this video, just the same way as we enjoyed making this video. Let us know by clicking the like button below and subscribing to this channel for more useful content like this. We also hope you're able to make your own conclusions on where you're willing to go shopping and whether you want to buy different types of products from different shops.
Let us know what you want for us to compare next. Maybe we should turn this into a series.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Take care.